Hello everyone, this is Jonathan here, and welcome back to the Making a Pong clone series, free on YouTube. So this is our second to last video, and now that the Pong game is complete, we are going to go onto the exciting step of uploading it onto the internet so other people can play it and you can show it off to all your friends and show them what a great programmer you've become. How cool. So before we do that, there's a couple of housekeeping items. Number one, just go through the entire game, make sure that everything works properly, that it is as it should be, that there aren't any glitches or errors. I know in the last video, in our game scene, the score manager was left at 1. At least I left it at 1, so make sure you have it at the right score to beat in here, so your game doesn't end after 1 point is scored. And just go through it, make sure you're happy with everything else. Add anything you need to. Don't add anything, whatever, that's up to you. I made a couple of small additions, but that is fine. Other thing, we're going to be using a service called itch.io to upload and play our games. But itch.io is going to ask us for what our game size is in pixels. Now, so far we've been using the 16:9 resolution. My suggestion is click this plus button here and it will ask you for a new resolution. So under this width and height, you're going to type 1024 by 576, which is 16:9, and then hit OK, give the label a name, and make sure you have those settings. And you can click it, and if you click it up here, you can see that basically everything stays the same, except now we're dealing in actual pixels instead of an aspect ratio. So that's just going to make things a little smoother for us. Once you've done all that, go up here to File, go to Build Settings, and by default, it's going to be here on PC, Mac, or Linux standalone. You're going to click this webgl, and you're going to click Switch Platform. Now, if you don't have that, if that's grayed out here, like it is for me, that's because I'm already on this mode. But if you haven't switched yet, you might have a button here that says Open Download Page or something like that. So go ahead and download the webgl player. It's about 150 megabytes, and then once you download and install that, you can click Switch Platform. And a way of telling if you're on this mode is because up here at the very top in your bar, it should say the scene you're on with the project, and then it will say the build you're running. So right now it says WebGL for me, so I know that is correct. So next I'm going to go to File, Build Settings, make sure I'm on this WebGL, click Player Settings, make sure I give it a company name, something other than the default. And most importantly here under resolution and presentation, we want to make sure that these numbers match up to what we're actually running. So 1024 by 576, because that's what we want to be exporting at. So once you've done that, you click Build, and we'll ask you where you want to save it. Now I've already done this once just to test everything, so I'm going to delete what I had already done. And I'm going to save it in a directory on my computer. And that is going to take about 30 seconds or so to build. So while it's running in the background, we're going to go over here, open up your internet browser of choice, and you're going to go to itch.io. Now, if you haven't already created an itch.io account, you're going to go create an account to get started. And itch.io is basically a service that lets you play games and upload games if you're a developer, like you are. So once you've done that, click this drop-down arrow here in the upper right corner and go to Upload New Project. And it's going to ask you for a whole bunch of things. Oh, looks like I think it just finished. Just finished building for me. Yes. Okay, cool. But once it finishes building, first of all, you're going to need to zip your project file. So I'm just going to go right-click and go Add to pongclone.zip. There we go. I have my zip file. So here, I'm going to fill out all these things. I'm going to call this my game Pong clone, and it's going to give me a link of bycod.itch.io.pongclone. Add a cover image that's 315 pixels by 250 pixels. Now, I've already created all these things in advance, so I can just speed through this video, but take your time, go through it, and create everything. Make sure that you're happy with it. So where is it? YouTube, Pong series, and there we go. There's my cover image. This, add a short description. This is a Pong clone I will teach you how to make. Or you can just play it. Enjoy. For my gameplay trailer, I'm going to put the link to the first video in this tutorial series. And I also prepared a couple of screenshots ahead of time. I'm just going to put those up there as well, and basically get everything ready to go. So classification, game, we are uploading a game. You can upload a whole bunch of things too, which is pretty cool. Kind of project. This is the important part. We want to make sure we're uploading in HTML because that's going to actually let us play it in the browser. So this is released. You can charge money for it, but I suggest you just disable all payments because this is a tutorial project. Very important here under upload files, this is where we're actually going to pick that file that we just zipped. So I'm going to go to my directory on my computer and navigate all the way to it in my hopefully clear path. Completed games, there we go, that's where I put it. Okay, go with here, select my Pong clone, that's going to upload. So once that's uploaded, very important, click this button here that says this file will be played in the browser, and then say hide this file and prevent it from being downloaded, because we just want people to play it. We don't want them to actually download it. Embed options, okay, very important here. So again, we need to make sure these numbers match up to, what was it? 1024 by 576. So 1024 by 576. This game is not mobile friendly. You can add a full screen button if you want. Don't need scroll bars. And I had prepared a default description that I was going to put here, so I'm just going to copy paste that. Genre, I think action suits it best. So there's some default tags that come up here. 16-bit works. Pong also works. 2D works. Single player, yeah, those all work. And that is basically all we need. I'll let people leave comments if they want. And to leave it on draft for now, because we want to save and actually view it, make sure that it works. So it's just going to say loading game for the first time. Gonna let it do its thing here. Get all ready. And just give it a minute to load up. Looking good, looking good. And here we go. Look at this. Plays perfectly. First time, no need to worry about anything. It's just, it works. How cool is that, eh? Okay. Yes, I am quite happy with that. So, now we can go and we can actually finalize this. Go back here. Dismiss. And basically this is pretty much ready to go. So now it's just a matter of actually publishing the Pong clone. So it is a draft right now. And now we can go here under public. So anyone can view the page. Let's see what settings are there to configure. Disable new downloads and purchases, unlisted. No, I want it to be listed. I want people to find it. So once that's saved and everything, we can actually go into our game and view it. So let's see. Here's the final project. And it is published. Yes, anyone can do it. How cool is that? So congratulations, guys. Please share the link to your game and let me see your own Pong clone. Thanks for watching.